Hello and welcome to my place. This next arrangement I'm about to do is for my friend Kevin. He has this beautiful environment with gorgeous artwork and he needed flowers. I don't like artificial aster and I said, well, guess what? Your girls forget to water them, so you'll just have what I can get you. But he fell in love with these when he was away overseas. He was showing me a photograph of them. I've managed to get some artificial and that's what we're going to use. So to begin, I have a big container here because he's got lots of white everywhere, and I've filled that up with some grey foam. No, it's not, it's the green foam, because you know how I don't like the other one. Right, in with that, I'm going to put some bamboo, and you're probably thinking, oh my goodness, we're hitting the ceiling, but that's okay. So I'm going to leave everything as tall as I can. Whoa, look at that. Talk about reach for the sky, I love it. Whoa, hold on, this is all, I love this here because it's nice and it's when I get the orchids in, you'll see why this is going to be so fabulous. I always get my sticks in first before I go any further, because that gives me a network and a framework in which I can attach the forms. Now I've got some curly stuff, plus I've got the straight stuff, and I think what I might need to do about now is I can't wait until the new studio is finished outside so that we don't have to be worrying about this. So I've got one on that side and I'll bring one over to this side. Here, do I look like I'm in a cage to you? But I'm not, it's okay. Right, and I've got one more, so I've got one there, and I might as well bring this in and over to here and push that right down into that container like so. Right, now I've got a structure in which to work. From there, the next thing I want to do is to bring in my orchids. Now these orchids have got a life of their own, but you'll see what's happening with the bamboo now. It's actually starting to be held in there. So I've got, how many of these have I got? I've got about 8. So take that into there, and when you're working with forms like this, try to just let them fall whichever way that they want to, because that's what they do in the wild anyway. And we can always, anything that looks like it needs to be brought into line, we can actually tape those or cable tie or string those on to the sticks so that we've got some nice firm structure. Right, from there, just like with anything else I do, what I do on one side, I just tape through to the other. Can you see me up there, camera? Right on the other side. Aha, got you. Can you see me? Oh, look, there you go. I bet you that's a good bird's eye shot that you've got. Now, if they're too tall, what you need to do is to just cut them, and I've got these really good wire cutters here. Oh, no wonder I get such sore arms when you think of what I'm working with. Oh, cut those down because we don't want those. But you also notice that with the bamboo and with the stems of the orchids, we've got they're sort of similar. Loving that. Okay, now get that there, bring that one over to there. So we need to sort of come from up the top down into the base a little bit further so that it looks like it is natural and growing. If artificial is ever natural and growing, but you know, you can cheat this whole system. Oh my goodness me. Get in there, take that right down to there, and don't be worrying if it's sort of like not quite falling the way that you wanted at this stage, because we can certainly fix that at the end of the day. Kevin's going to so love this, and I'm just going to cut that one there off and try and cut them sort of same kind of length. But as I've said lots and lots of times, nothing in nature is perfect, so please don't try to beat yourself up getting everything as perfect as you can, because it's just not going to work. Okay, and then I'll put that one over to there. Right, so I've got all these beautiful flowers up the top now. I need to bring in some green down at the base. These I'm just going to push into there like that, and this was as natural as I could find. And oh, look at that, this is better than I imagined it was going to be. Okay, so a couple on that side, bring one over to there, and then I'll bring the other one over to that side, and then just bend those down as you are working through to just get a bit more movement. Now, the next thing is I've got some of this here, which I really love, this hen and chicken. Bringing that down through there, that's bringing in another lovely colour complement and is going to help to lighten it. Bring in one over to there. I love working with artificial flowers because they are so quick. And the other thing that I sometimes do is I'll get like an ivy or something like that, or even an asparagus fern, a living one, and I'll push that down into there and just train it to grow up. That also is the other reason why I like to use the green oasis, because once that's wet you can actually grow things into it. Now if you wanted to give it just a little bit more movement, you could bring in something like this willow here, but be careful with your colours, because that colour, unless I was using, say I wanted to use this, the string here, to tie these, like to tie those up into there to hold them in place, that then would work in with the willow. If in doubt though, the best way forward is to leave it out. I hope my friend Kevin likes this, and the other thing I'm going to do is, because he's got a nice countertop, I thought that I would do something like this at the base, and then maybe I might just take one or two of those flowers off and they may be glued along there. I don't know yet, I've got to wait till I get there, but hopefully I can get a photograph and I'll put it on the website so you can have a look. Hope you've enjoyed that. Thank you for watching, and I will see you another day.